Hello, and welcome to Pacific Drive. So, I've had a bit of a recording issue. I do have a save from previously. I think it's this one here. And this is the one that I've ended up overwriting, so I could theoretically go back, but I didn't do any, there were no story progression. So I've put it into a new save here. And I'm going to continue on, and I'll just fill you in with what we've got as I unload the car, and we'll be doing a little tinkering session, and then we'll probably set off. So we've got facts. Are you reading this? It's already too late, unless you're reading this after June 30th, 2000, in which case it's too early. Right. So I'll fill you in. Essentially, last run, we went through, from the base, went to G1, to D1, to A4. And as you can see, we've now unlocked, obviously, A4 as a junction. You can ride through this way to the exit, instead of going all the way through here, like that. Okay, not bad. I've also finally read up on how the junction bypass works. And rather than select G1, I think we select A4. And as long as it's along highways, we'll be able to go straight there. We still do that weird intermediate then, but no, it's but anyway, we still do the bit connecting the highway up, you know, that sort of, yeah, that bit in the middle. We'll still do that sort of weird bit where you have to go through like a tunnel or just a straight road. In fact, yeah, intermediate section, yeah, alright thinking of that. I was thinking, is it intermediate or intermittent, I'm thinking. No, it's intermediate, the word I'm wanting there. We'll still have to do the intermediate section that connects the highways up, but that's all we'll have to do. So, as for what we got last time, basically, it was a bit of a slow trek up to D1. We found some neon reefs and some salamander grottos. I got a bit of energy from there, but not all that much. And then we went to A4, and there was a ton of stuff in A4. I got 2 magnetizers used. And I got, so I got 2 magnetizers used, one at the very end, just before I ran out of there. But, the other one, at the start, but we also found some, finally I've found some Olympian fragments. And you can actually look, where are we, resources. An Olympian vein. So you can see the picture of there. It's like some rocks with like these weird tentacle growths coming out of it. And you do need the magnetic hammer. So I was right in thinking that we're probably going to want the magnetic hammer before we do anything over there. I did get some beach balls as well. I found out the ticking tumblers as well. I've figured them out. So you might occasionally see these boxes of explosives. So the previous time we were going through, we found a series of boxes of explosives, and we went and simply gathered them up, and okay, we've got explosives. That's how you get explosives. Correct. But the last time we went to grab them, we were, quite frankly, we were just completely we got completely obliterated by them. They just blew up on us. So it's like, okay, so what's with that? Good question. So this game has mimics. The ticking tumblers that we saw before, and we were wondering what the hell they were and why we couldn't gather explosives from them, are mimics. And they will basically pretend to be a box of explosives, but when you pick them up, they start ticking and eventually go boom, basically. So that's what they are. And now we know. Right. We also found a load of those box trucks along the highways and got lots of cosmetics. Might keep the blowtorch in here actually. Right. Well, put all that away. Okay. So, yeah, ticking tumblers. I now know what they are, know what they do. And we can find them, not necessarily where there should be some explosives, but you can find them near other things and other resources. They're basically trying to hide, essentially. They're trying to just disguise themselves to make you think that there's something you want, but they're not. Right. We've got some cosmetics here, we'll throw them in this. We've got some magnets as well, that probably wants to go in there. Anyway, in addition to that though, what else was there? So, like I said, I found that, I got some things magnetized, I got, what else was there? Yeah, I found some of those red balls. And that's kind of it, really. Bit uneventful otherwise. Put that all there. We did end up using a lot of battery as well while I was out. I think one of the junctions was battery sapping and I didn't realise till my battery was half empty. I was like, why is it going down so quick? And then realised. Anyway. Since we didn't do any mission progress, I've decided I'll just move on rather than replaying it and losing 2 hours of progress I've made. But, since we've been out and got a fair few Olympian fragments, we've now got a bit of a choice to make. Oh, an armoured door. Hello. Someone's feeling feisty today. Armoured door and everything we've got there. Repair putty even. Is that the lot? Yep, that's everything. Right. Oh, I shouldn't have pulled those out actually. Right. Get that thrown in. Okay. Alright, what else is there? And we've got anomaly encounters. We'll have a quick read. Is that the right one? Because it kinda... Hang on, let me make sure it's the correct one here. View logbook. We were up one of those old old fire roads, doing maintenance on a new gate. Dusk was fast approaching. At first I thought Carlos had his radio on, but then I realised the sound was much too clear. There were dozens of them, moving like a swarm. They were deep orange, like embers of a fire. Each one of them made a sound of some sort, like wind chimes, but softer. We sat and watched them for an hour, before they suddenly faded out. Never seen anything like it. Right, it looks like the car's cleared out. If there's any scrap we want to put in, let's can fit some more. Actually, yeah, let's just right, that's all the materials. Put this in here. We've got a few things for this. And then we've got a bunch of stuff for this. Right. That should be that. Now, we have a few things that we can possibly research here. So first of all, we could get the level 3 radiation suit, which will block radiation that's less than 2.5k. I don't know if when it says less than, does it mean less than or equal? Because it seems pointless if it's less than, because there's rarely radiation less than that. It's usually a minimum of 2.5k, which would make it kind of crap. Piercing resist, if we get some carbon fiberglass, we could make that. There's the Olympium shirt that gives us explosive resistance. Anti-theft backpack, could be interesting. Lots of Olympium fragments required. By the way, if you're wondering how much we get from the Olympium ore veins, I mined 4 of them, and we got, what was it, like 29 or so in total? You don't get loads, there's not tons of it. So we want to use it quite sparingly here. I've yet to scan some of these anomalies. I've looked up though what they are, and yeah, so to put it rather simply, yeah, these are definitely they're late game anomalies. Right, so they're late game anomalies, and we will only see them in the deep zone, basically. A blacksmith and a dredge. And I've figured out what I need to do to find a remnant ghost. So that's not actually an anomaly. Now I thought we would get that as part of the story, especially when we start looking at those old remnant murals and things. I honestly thought that was going to be it. No. We need to scan our car when it's a wreck after we've died. So when we die and we go back to salvage our wreck, we have to scan the car. So hopefully we'll never unlock this. Hopefully. But should we ever die again, we know we can go and grab this now. It might be worth getting the mobile workbench just so we can see what these are. That would be an interesting thought, but I would also like to see... So first of all, like, what do we need to make these? This literally just requires fabric. Same with that. We'll need some corrupted energy, but that's all we need. We're not using it for anything else. But we could get this with some circuit boards. Right. At the moment though, what do we need for this? We still need tons of marsh eggs for this. And then several limb chips, but it'll probably be worth it, that at the repair station. They will have probably beaten the game by the time we get it. I would say... Now what have we got here? We've got the Olympian doors already. So we might want... Where are we? And... Boom. Okay. What do we need to create a door? Because we've got those unlocked. An Olympian door requires 8 Olympian fragments. Oof. And we would need 5 of them. Yeah. We can't even come close to making that many. We can probably do like 3. No, 4 of them, sorry. Yeah, we can probably make like 4 of 5. Or we can get this. I think we go for the mobile workbench. So that'll improve the workbench at the back of the car, so we can craft more advanced things in the field, which would be very useful. Where are we? Circuit boards 2. It also opens up those last set of things, so we can possibly attach them to the car. Oh yeah, that's looking way better. So we can now make impact hammers in the field. We can even make plasma scrappers. The only things that we cannot make are magnetic hammers, thermal vacuums, biolanterns, Liberator Mark IIs, and yeah, I'm gonna bet, yeah, probably just not the absolute top tier doors. A lot of the better lights can't be built. So yeah, basically a lot of like the upgrades and things we can't build. But a lot of the lesser stuff we absolutely can. Right. I guess with that said, we might as well, before we go and grab all that, so what have we got? Chronodilator. A localized time dilation is possible, albeit with contained space and demanding substantial energy. This device should reduce the apparent passage of time. It may also cause confusion, nausea, and flatulence. Okay. And that goes on the roof. Magnetic bumper. It'll help you collect loose scraps from the ground as you drive. Honestly, that is really crap. Considering that you're getting it this late in the game. Like, genuinely, we're getting that so late in the game. And when are we needing to grab things off the ground that we haven't already picked up? No. This lightens the vehicle substantially, allowing it to fall gently. It can also be easily righted in the highly unlikely event of a crash or flip. That's on the roof rack, anti-gravimeter. Interesting. All of these are quite expensive items to research as well. I mean, we have something in case it flips. We do have the emergency teleport, but that does basically eat the entire battery. Would this be better or worse than that? And how often is it that we need it? I don't think it's that bad. I mean, we can research it at least. We can certainly at least grab the research for these. But I'm probably not going to go about building them. Right, energy is running low for everything. I don't think we can get anything else. Chrono dilate then. Right, anti-grav, limb chips, Olympian fragments and everything. And same with that. Quite expensive to build, really. Is there anything left that we can sew together? Anti-theft backpack. It'll use basically all of our swamp coral. That requires Olympian fragments. This requires carbon fiberglass. This will require Olympian fragments. And that just requires literally all the swamp coral in the world. Can we finally make a bio-lantern, I wonder? Oh, it won't be there if we're under tools, won't it? We can! And it won't eat literally all of my swamp coral. Okay. Oh, wow. Hello. That is... I mean, I'm a bit blind with that. Holy crap. And this lasts ages as well. And in case you're wondering how long is ages, well... allow me to share. The average lifespan on a relightable flare is in fact, it's got, let's see, 2,300 durability. Our crude flashlight, which I think we've only ever used 2 of these fully, has 6,600 durability. The bio-lantern has 22.8 thousand, meaning it is more durable than, let's have a look, the crude flashlight. I think it's over triple the durability of a crude flashlight, and it's very bright, as we've just seen. So in actual fact, this will last us absolutely ages. Speaking of things lasting, let's see, we have a new plasma cutter in there. We need a vacuum and we need a magnetic hammer. So, as I mentioned, we do indeed need the magnetic hammer. Oh wow, okay, this is just... we're apparently full. Oh, we definitely are as well. We've got the... Wait a minute. So I've got a magnetic hammer on me. Oh, there's already one in there. I didn't see that. I thought I'd... Okay, we've got a spare. We've got a spare for the spare. Now, armored door. Okay, so that's our limb pulse emitter. We've got a steel bumper, small headlights and that. But it's time for this to go. I'll just throw it all in there. I say we'll just throw it all in there, but what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to grab all the scrap metal that we have lying around, and we know what we're doing with it. All the spare scrap now goes in our scrap bag, which is going to be turned into magnets. We can take a few more. Is there any in here? There'll be some somewhere. Oh wow, we have been carving through our scrap. Probably won't need it all soon. How much have we got there? So it's 4 there. I think there were enough room for maybe 3. Okay, we've got 10 left. We'll take those back. Okay. Put the repair putty. What repairs do we need? Mostly doors and basically the entire front. Oh, hang on. That one's dodgy, right. That one's dodgy. Right, that should be most of it. We've now got 2 doors that are, yeah, kind of on the way out. So, yeah, fragile and fragile, so they'll break more quickly. Right, in that case, I guess the armoured door we've got's going on. I don't think it's in red, I think it's in black, that. Right. We need one more. How are we doing for thermostat crystals? Oh, we've got 100 and odd. Yeah, we're not gonna need. But we'll not be needing more of that. It were tempting to put an Olympian one on, but right. Let's get the decor. Let's see. Grab the paint. Equip the sticker. There we are. Okay. There's a lot of new decoration options we've got, so I wouldn't mind some better things to hang from the mirror. So welded steering wheel. I like the high-tech one. It's kind of cool. Crowbar, sculpture. The shock absorber looks really cool. Throttle. Or tool. Oh, can have a prop airplane. Okay, we're having that. I mean, it's tempting to keep the Arda logo because we've got like the whole Arda aesthetic thing going here, but it's a plane. It's a propeller. We have to have it. Right. So does this not charge it fully anymore? Oh, it absolutely doesn't. $49%? Maybe that's where we're getting a problem. Oh my god. Why? No. I'm sure there's a thing about this as well. Yeah, experimental charging station. Right, we need some circuit boards. We're gonna have to improve our pump and our charger, apparently. Build some circuit boards. Fast refill pump. Yes. And we still need another circuit board. It's a good job we kept some unstable energy knocking about just in case. You know, just for a rainy day and that. Right. Experimental charging station. Oh. Ooh. Right. Let's go and fill it with juice. We'll see how much this does. Oh yeah, that's a lot quicker. That's a lot higher, but it's not quite full. Just put this repair put in here, we'll end up using it at some point. While I'm waiting on that, let's have a look what I can put on maybe like the roof. Because I'm actually kind of wondering what I would want to put on the roof of the car. Also, do I want to make a plasma charger? What would a battery jumper do? Okay, so they barely cost anything to make. These use up some plasma, but they're not crazy. And these charge a lot. I'll make one just in case we need something. If we need more juice than the jumpers will give us. Right, what could I put on the roof? I mean, there's the XL roof storage, but I'm not needing that much storage now. It's very rare that I need more than the current capacity I have. I could just stick a oh, we've got a fuel synthesizer that goes on the side. There's that fuel tank that you can put on the roof, but we've got one on the back seat. I don't think there's a need for even more. None of these go on the roof. The anchor energy converter. Hey, we can make that. Hello. There's the XL roof storage. An ion shield. I mean, we have the XL roof storage just in storage waiting to be put on. We could always just, you know, put it on. There's, you know, that idea, I guess. Back down to 100 and odd max. Because this spotlight, I'm barely using it. And when I do, it just drains the battery. I mean, you can have a look. Because again, I know I've lost the footage kind of the last time, but just look at that battery. It's just... It doesn't seem that bad really when you look at it. But... And the grip ties I'm still not sold on. They really drain the battery, and I have to hold the button down. Rather than it just being a thing. That isn't as bad as you would think, the shield. In fact, it's really good. Does it actually only go down if it gets hit by something? The radar pulse is fairly draining, but not crazily so. I wonder where it all goes sometimes. Anyway, we'll stick that on. I'll put this in... I guess this is kind of becoming the equipment locker, isn't it now? You know, where abandoned equipment goes. Where did the roof storage go anyway? The XL roof storage, where did that go? Or did I just scrap the whole thing? I'm sure I put it somewhere. It isn't in here, is it? I don't think it went into here. Where did the XL... Did it go in the back here? It's like the only item in here. No. You know, I have no idea where I put that. I might have just shredded it. I'm still not sold on these tyres. The power grip tyres are really bad off-road. And you can hold that button down to activate them, but they end up using all your battery up. I think honestly the all-terrain might be better, like road A, off-road A, water A. Power grip, double A road, off-road B, water C. But you put the mega traction on, and we'll hold on to it though for a bit longer. Right, I think we're ready to roll. That should have been enough time for this to charge up. And it's not got as much capacity now, so... Right, but we can now fill it up from... if we see like a small anchor that we're not really fussed about and our battery's a bit low, we can just... I'm guessing that we go and we shove it into this, because it looks like a receptacle for it, doesn't it? So I'm guessing rather than put it in here, we put it there and we turn it into power. Right, okay. That's probably going to do it. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Pacific Drive. I'm still not certain on this tracking spotlight. Just before we go, I'll just see what we could get instead, because I'm looking and I'm like, well, I think the main thing that's making me keep it is that it can be useful in certain circumstances. But more and more I'm looking at it, I'm like, I think the only thing stopping me is I don't really know what I'd replace it with at the moment. So the XL roof storage might be an answer, but we're tending to not stay on massive runs gathering tons of stuff anymore. I'm kind of skipping through the first areas now. It's more just about those final zones. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. We'll get on our journey next time. Again, apologies that it didn't record. I tried it. I think what happened is I think the PlayStation, sometimes it goes through these areas where recording isn't permitted. I think something must have accidentally tripped that, and then it's for the entire time that it's not allowed to record when it absolutely can and should have been doing, but just wasn't because it's, well, thick. It's dumb. The solution was to restart the system. So I think something just, a flag somewhere got tripped and it just kind of just stayed there not recording things. The problem is that you'd think that, oh, you would notice that. No. The error message shows up after you've finished recording. You finish the recording and then the error message comes up saying gameplay wasn't recorded. Yeah? I think it was something along the lines of like gameplay is not recorded or something. It's like, what? So it lets you do the entire recording and then gives you the error message. This is why I prefer using OBS on the PC. It is way more reliable. And you can even make it, if you save it in certain formats, it'll even keep the recordings up to the point where it crashes, you know, if you need it to. So you can stitch it together in the editing and that. It's way better. Anyway, we'll soldier on. Like I said, we've looked at all the stuff we got and I've gone through it, so I think it's not that big of a loss. But we'll try and get this final story mission done last time. Right, thank you very much, and I'll see you then.